In our last lesson, we learned what digital devices are and why they are important in our daily lives. We talked about smart devices like mobile phones, computers, tablets, smart TVs, and other digital tools. We also learned that they help us to communicate, work faster, store information, and solve problems. Now, let me ask you this question. If digital devices are changing everything, what do you think they are doing in education? So this week we are moving from digital devices to digital technologies in education. That means we will look at how digital tools are changing the way we teach, how they are changing the way we learn, and also how they help in sharing information, not only in schools but beyond the classroom. So at the end of this week lesson, we are expecting that we will be able to explain what digital learning is and its benefits, and also distinguish between digital learning, e-learning, and blended learning. And also we will look at advantages and disadvantages of digital learning, and also we will recognize the digital divide and its implications. So any kind of learning that employs digital technology, that is such as computers, smartphones, tablets, internet, educational softwares to support teaching and learning, that is generally involving computers and often the internet, is digital learning. Yeah. So it's like digital learning. Students do not rely on textbooks. They don't rely only on textbooks and face-to-face teaching. Instead, they use online resources, videos, ebooks, virtual classrooms, learning applications, and educational websites to gain knowledge and skills. So we realize that digital learning is learning facilitated by technology that give students or learners some element of control over time, place, path, or pace. So we can say any educational practices that utilizes electronic devices, electronic software, or internet that help in teaching and learning. So the use of technology to enable better teaching practices and improve students' success is what we say is digital learning. Example of digital learning include online courses or MOOCs. The MOOC is a massive open online course. Massive open online course. Here, this type of learning takes place online, and the course is open to many learners around the world at the same time. It is usually free or at a low cost. Anyone can register with an email address. Lessons include videos, quizzes, and assignments. Examples are the Coursera, edX, Udemy, Allison. These are some few examples of MOOC, or Massive Open Online Courses. Another example that we can talk of is virtual classroom. This type of classroom is also an online classroom where teaching and learning takes place through the internet. With this type of learning, teachers and students meet online in real time, where they use video, audios, chats, screen sharing sometimes. No, it's similar to a normal classroom, but this time around it takes place online. Some few examples that we can talk of is the Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, and the rest. So another example that we can talk of digital learning is learning management system. Learning management system. This is also an online classroom, or is a digital platform used to organize and manage learning. Teachers upload notes, videos, and assignment. The students also submit work and take quizzes, where teachers can track students' progress. Example of these is the Google Classroom, the Moodle, the Canvas. Yeah, it's also a digital learning platform. Another example that we can also talk of is educational apps or educational application. Educational apps are mobile or computer applications designed to help students learn. See, these applications, they are designed specifically or specially for students to learn, to help us to learn. Okay, it can be used on our smartphones, it can be used on our tablets, on computers. It makes learning easier and flexible, yeah, and often interactive and fun as well. There are a whole lot of examples that we can talk of. Educational app, we can talk of Khan Academy or Photomass. Yeah, a lot of examples that we can talk of. So another digital learning example is AI powered adaptive learning. AI powered adaptive learning. This is also a type of digital learning that uses artificial intelligence to adjust learning to each student's need. Okay, the system studies how a student learns. It gives easier or harder content based on performance, and also help weak students improve and challenges strong students as well. The AI powered adaptive learning. Another example of digital learning that we can talk of is gamified learning. This kind of learning uses game elements in education. It uses game elements in education to make learning fun. It includes points, badges, levels, and rewards. Sometimes motivates students to participate actively. It turns lesson into games. That is, they use games in teaching. Okay, yeah. Another example of digital learning that we can also talk of is digital textbooks and interactive ebooks. Digital textbook and interactive ebook. This digital textbook is an electronic version of a printed book. Okay, an interactive ebook includes extra features. Can include videos, animations, and quizzes. whereby allowing students to highlight, search, and take notes as well. At the same time, you can store your work on the phone, your tablet, or on your computer. The digital textbook and interactive ebook. Okay. You can also make mention of video tutorial. Video tutorial is also one of the examples that we can talk of under digital learning. Yeah. A video tutorial is we can say a recorded video that explains a topic step by step. Explains a topic step by step. Students can pause, rewind, and replay with a video tutorial. Yeah. Uses visuals to explain difficult concepts. It can be watched anytime. Yeah. An example that we can talk of the YouTube lessons, recorded lectures, as what we are doing. It's a recorded lecture. Okay. It's also, these are all examples of digital learning. Advantages of digital learning. One advantage that we can talk of is personalized learning. Personalized learning. Personalized learning means learning that is designed to suit individual needs. It is designed to suit the individual needs of each learner. Okay, here students learn at their own pace. Students learn at their own pace. The digital system or digital tools can adjust the lesson based on learner's level. Weak students get extra support, whilst faster learners get more challenges. Okay, it is designed in such a way that every student learn differently, and digital learning allows teaching to match each learner's ability. So we are saying that personalized learning is an advantage of digital learning because every student learn differently, and digital learning allows teaching to match each learner's ability. Okay, so another advantage that we can talk of is improved learner engagement. Improved learner engagement. Why are we saying this is an advantage? We're saying this is an advantage when it comes to digital learning because it makes students more interested and actively involved in learning, because the use of videos, animation, quizzes, and games and interactive content keeps learners focused. Okay, it helps that learning becomes fun instead of boring. But it uses images, videos that attract students. Okay, it helps them sit and learn. So we are saying improved learner engagement is an advantage because it engages students' understanding better and remember what they learn. That is, the students are able to remember what they learn. Sorry. Another advantage for digital learning is increased access to materials. Increased access to materials. You know, resources are available 24/7. Yes, when it comes to digital learning, all that students needs is available to them 24/7. Learners can reply lectures, access global community. The materials are available anytime, anywhere. Students can download notes, videos, and ebooks. Learning is not limited to the classroom. Okay, so we are saying this is also one of advantages when it comes to digital learning because students can revise lesson even after school hours. All right. Another advantage of digital learning is cost saving. Cost saving. Digital learning helps reduce educational costs. That means fewer printed textbooks and photocopies, less travel costs for learners and teachers. Many online resources are free or affordable. Okay, many free e-learning courses available. Travel required. There's no need to travel. All right, it can help us get access to all that we need in terms of learning. Okay, so we are saying cost saving is also one of the advantages of digital learning, because education becomes more affordable for students and schools. Another example that you can talk of is variety of learning tools. Variety of learning tools. Yeah, digital learning provides many different tools for teaching and learning. All right, digital learning provides many different tools for teaching and learning. Here we can talk of videos, podcasts, simulations, quizzes, and applications, educational applications. Okay, it supports visual, it supports audio, and also some of the lessons are practical. Okay, there are practical lessons as well that students can have access to. Teachers can choose the best tool for each lesson. So we are saying variety of learning tools is also one of the advantages when it comes to digital learning, because it supports, improves understanding for students and teachers. And another example that we can talk of is it facilitates collaboration. It facilitates collaboration. Yeah, we say digital learning makes it easy for learners and teachers to work together. All right, so we share documents over network or internet. Okay, that the student can share their ideas online. Group assignments can be done virtually. Communication continues outside the classroom. Example of this, yeah, and I think we can talk of Google Document, WhatsApp groups, online discussion forums. Yeah, so collaboration improves teamwork, communication, and problem solving skills. So we are saying that it facilitates collaboration is also one of the advantages when it comes to digital learning. Disadvantages of digital learning. One disadvantage of digital learning is the digital divide. The digital divide is the gap between people who will have access to digital technology and those who do not. Okay, as not everyone has access to internet or digital device. Some students have computers, smartphones, and internet access. Others, especially in rural or low income areas, do not. Okay, those in the rural areas and low income areas, they find it difficult in getting access to digital tools. Okay, this creates inequality in learning opportunities. All right, so not all learners benefit equally from digital learning, so it's a disadvantage when it comes to digital learning, the digital divide. Another disadvantage that we can talk of is digital literacy. literacy requirement. Digital literacy requirement. Digital literacy requirement. Now, digital learning requires learners and teachers to have basic digital skills. Okay, and some students struggle to use computers and softwares. Teachers, on the other hand, may need training to use digital tools effectively. So, without these tools or skills, it makes learning difficult. When it comes teaching of it too, very difficult. So, we are saying digital literacy requirement is also a disadvantage because users must have skills to use devices, join video calls, send emails, upload work, and the rest. It makes it somehow difficult if you don't have knowledge in the usage of these tools, right? Another disadvantage that you can talk of is internet reliability. Internet reliability. Digital learning depends heavily on stable and reliable internet connectivity. So it happens that when your network is very poor, you get interrupted anytime you go online. It makes the lesson very boring. Okay, whereby also when there's lots of power outages, it affects access to digital platforms. When your internet is very slow, it makes downloading materials very difficult. In a way, it reduces the interest in digital learning. So we are saying internet reliability is also a disadvantage. See, speeds vary. The speeds of the internet sometimes vary when it comes to those that are in the cities and those in the rural areas. Okay, and this affects slow connectivity or slow connections, and it makes the learning very difficult. Another disadvantage that we can also talk of is cost of software. Cost of software. Some programs are expensive, though free alternative exists, but some are very expensive. So some digital learning tools and software are expensive. Many need to pay for licenses and subscriptions, and students may not afford premium apps or platforms, so frequent updates increases cost. Now some apps requires that you update always, in 2, 3, 4 days it demands you to update, and sometimes so it restricts you to in having access to most of the uses. They sometimes give access to those that get the premium apps. If you buy the app, you have access to so many tools, whilst others very difficult in getting. So we are saying cost of software is also a disadvantage when it comes to digital learning. Please answer the following questions and don't forget to submit it when school reopens. There are 4 sets of questions that we expect you to answer after this lesson. The first question is: compare digital learning with traditional classroom learning in terms of access to learning materials. And the second one is: explain why internet reliability is a critical factor in the success of digital learning. Explain why internet reliability is a critical factor in the success of digital learning. And the third one is: explain how digital technologies have changed the role of teachers in modern classroom. Explain how digital technologies have changed the role of teachers in modern classrooms. And the last one is analyze how digital learning can improve learner engagement compared to traditional teaching methods. Analyzed how digital learning can improve learner engagement compared to traditional teaching methods. Thank you very much for your time. We shall continue next week.